What's up, YouTube? Timurus here. Now, Netflix, let's be real, they're usually hit and miss with their movies, but 2025 looks to have an interesting year for them. So here is the Netflix films that are set for release in 2025. Now there's probably a couple of international movies I'm probably missing off here, leaving off here. Probably a couple of documentary films also coming that I'm probably leaving off. But these are the ones that are coming. All right, the first Netflix movie they got out this week is Wallace and Gromit: Vege's Most Foul, which is of course the new Wallace and Gromit film. And I gotta say, this actually does look intriguing. I do like Wallace and Gromit, so I'm definitely looking forward to check out this new Wallace and Gromit film. Hopefully, it's a good one. All right. Also out, they got Back in Action, which is the new Cameron Diaz Jamie Foxx film, where former CIA spies Emily and Matt are put back into espionage after their secret identities are exposed. And it is crazy to believe this is Cameron Diaz's first film since 2014's Annie, which I'm glad to see the Diaz back. I've had a crush on Cameron Diaz ever since I saw her in The Mask. Who did not have a crush on her in The Mask? Come on. Obviously, Princess Fiona in the Shrek films, Charlie's Angels. There's something about Mary. Uh, I actually like that ending film. I don't care what anyone says. Who doesn't love Cameron Diaz, right? So I'll definitely be watching this because she's in it. All right. Also out. Oh, also out in February. I forgot put this down in the release one, but there's a film kind of pregnant coming out with Amy Schumer. This actually comes out first week of February. It's where Lainey becomes jealous after discovering her best friend is pregnant. She soon starts wearing a prosthetic baby bump, and then meets the man of her dreams. It stars Amy Schumer, who I know lots of people always poo-poo about Amy Schumer and whatever. I like Amy Schumer. I think I've actually been a fan of her ever since I saw her in the Comedy Cent when she did the Comedy Central roast of Charlie Sheen, and then of course she did like that movie Trainwreck, which I actually quite like. Trainwreck. Trainwreck is a lot of fun, and I think this actually sounds interesting. You got the girl from Junior Georgia, Brianna Howie's also in this. Damon Wayans Jr. It's also produced by Adam Sandler, so there's that too. I think this could be interesting. Check out. So hopefully, it could be going. All right. Also in February, we got The Witcher: Sirens of the Deep, which is the Witcher anime series, which could be interesting. Obviously, we do got the Return of the Witcher, which I believe this is supposed to be the one with Liam Hemsworth coming in. So there's that. But I don't know how this anime one's going to be, but we'll see. All right. In March, there's The Electric State, which is the new Russo brothers film. This is actually their first film until Doomsday comes out, so that will definitely hold me down. I'm still hoping we get another Great Man. I mean, with them back with the MCU, who knows if we're ever gonna get more Great Men? But this, of course, has Millie Bobby Brown, Chris Pratt, Ke Kwan, Woody Harrelson, Anthony Mackie, Billy Bob Thornton. The film is set in a alternate 1994 where a young girl is approached by a robot who claims to know her missing brother, and with it, she sets out to find him. And I admit, the trailers does look really decent. This is actually from the same team who also gave us the event for the same writers of the recent Avengers movie. So that there piques my interest. I'm definitely interested to see this here. Hopefully, it could be a good one. All right, now that's all the films that actually has release dates. I mean, this week they'll most likely announce tons of release dates for these upcoming projects. But here are the other films set for release. All right, we got Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, which is of course the third installment of the Knives Out franchise. Fingers crossed it's gets the act release, but we'll see. It's got Daniel Craig, Josh O'Connor, Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Mila Kunis, Thomas Haden Church. The list goes on and on. I really like the first two Knives Out movies. I'm definitely looking forward to check out this new one. Daniel Craig obviously coming off of most likely an Oscar nomination for Queer. Seeing him come back as this role is pretty interesting. So Ryan Johnson is great. So I'm looking forward to seeing this. We got Fear Street Prom Queen, which I love. Those first three Fear Street movies, you know, they actually became like the first Netflix horror films to be in my number one favorite horror films of that year. And they're obviously based on books by the Goosebumps author. I forgot the guy's name. The author of Goosebumps. Uh, R.L. Stein. That's his name. And it's interesting because, like, when you think of R.L. Stein, you always think of like more children's books and stuff like that. So seeing like an R.L. Stein adaptation of more like adult fare horror is interesting. And if you guys don't know much about Prom Queen, it's about students at a shady side high all preparing for the 1988 prom, and the it girls are fighting to get support to be voted prom queen. As an unusual nominee emerges in the race, some of the other candidates begins to vanish without a trace. No word on when this is going to come out, but I'm definitely excited for this. You don't really see many prom horror movies anymore. Like back then, they always did stuff like prom night and stuff. I'm really intrigued to check this one out. Hopefully, it could be a good one. All right. We also got the movie Havoc, which just seems like it's been pipeline for quite some time. This is directed by Gareth Evans, who gave us the Raid movies. This stars Tom Hardy, Luis Guzman, Forrest Whitaker. After a drug deal goes awry, a bruised detective must fight his way through a criminal underworld to rescue a politician's estranged son. And this actually does sound intriguing. Tom Hardy coming off of Venom: The Last Dance. That could be interesting. Uh, I really quite like the Raid movie, so I'm intrigued to see how good he's going to do with this. We also got another film for Netflix that seems to be in the pipeline for quite some time. It's The Old Guard 2. I still don't know what the sequel's going to be about, but we do got Charlize Theron coming back. Henry Golding's in this. I'm definitely excited for this new Old Guard film, but yeah, it seems like it's been in the pipeline for quite some time. I mean, the first Old Guard came out all the way back in 2020 when like the pandemic happened and all. I mean, I don't really hear people talk about Old Guard anymore. So I don't know when this thing's ever going to come out. Is it going to come out this year? Will they delay again? Who knows? All right, now we do got a couple of animation stuff coming out to Netflix too. We got In Your Dreams, which follows Stevie and her brother Elliot as they use magic to enter the realm of dreams on a quest to find the Sandman. It features the voices of Craig Robinson, Simu Liu. Sounds interesting. Netflix could be pretty good with their animation stuff, so hopefully this could be good. Now, this one I'm intrigued by. We got a film called K-pop Demon Hunter about a world-renowned K-pop girl group who balance their lives in the spotlight with their secret identities as demon hunters. I admit that there sounds awesome. I mean, demon hunter like K-pops who are also demon hunters. Sign me up right there. Although I wasn't really sure if it was actually going to be an anime series or an anime movie, but it looks like it's an anime film. I don't. I'm not really like the world's biggest like anime guy. Like my go-to animes are always the Hayao Miyazaki films. Akira's pretty good. Obviously, on the TV front, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon was always my animes. But there are times where I will give an anime a chance, and this I'm definitely intrigued by. I'm hoping it's a good one, but we'll see. Now, I want to get excited for this, but after the Sandy Cheeks movie, I don't know if I could be excited for it. We got Plankton, the movie. Of course, the spinoff of Plankton. Now we do got Lawrence coming back, but again, after the abysmal that was the Sandy Cheeks movie, I don't know if I'm all that excited for this one. I'm hoping it's good, because I'm not like the world's biggest SpongeBob guy. I've seen episodes here and there, just never really. I was always more of a Fairy Odd Parents guy more than SpongeBob guy, to be honest. Yeah. But I have seen episodes here and there, and I will say one of my favorite characters is actually Plankton. I something about Plankton always cracked me up all the time. Every time he's trying to get the secret formula for the Krabby Patties and whatever. But I also did like the Sang Cheeks character too, and look how the movie turned out. So, and we also do got another SpongeBob film coming out in Deers, so there's that. We got a couple of SpongeBob stuff, which I believe SpongeBob turned 25 this year. Now, obviously 26, but I don't know. Hopefully it's a good one, but we'll see. We got a film called Poco, which I'm not a fan of the title, but anyway. It's about a small woodland creature and a majestic bird, two natural sworn enemies and of the valley that magically trade places and set off on an adventure of a lifetime. That'd be interesting. They did showcase a little photo of it, and it looks pretty adorable, so could be cool. Now, probably my anticipated anime film on this list is The Twins. Based on the Raw Doll story, featuring the voices of Emilia Clarke, Margaret Martindale, Natalie Portman, about a pair of wicked pranksters plan to elaborate heists along their crew highly trained animals. And this sounds interesting. I mean, Netflix did put out other Raw Doll adaptations, like they did that Green Eggs and Ham series, which I have seen. Not a bad little show there. They also did that Matilda musical, which I love that Matilda musical. They also did that the one that Wes Anderson finally won his Oscar for. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a short with Ben Cumberbatch, Ray Fiennes. I forgot the name, but that actually wasn't so bad though. All right. Also coming to Netflix, we got a comedy called Nona's, which stars Vince Vaughn, Susan Sarandon, Linda Cardellini, Joe Manganiello. It follows Joe Scarveria, who realizes he's wasted time as a single man, as a dead end job, and he opens up a restaurant. And this sounds like it'd be interesting. Of course, Vince Vaughn, which if you guys have not watched Bad Monkey on Apple, go watch Bad Monkey. That show is so good. This is also from the same director of Wonder, Dear Evan Hansen, Person Being Wallflowers. So there's that. Sounds interesting. Check out. So hopefully that could be a good one. We got the Ballad of a Small Prayer, which stars Colin Farrell, Tilda Swinton, from the director of Conclave, where a gambler and an con artist flee Britain to Maku, I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be interesting. Colin Farrell had a great year with the Penguins, so I'm interested in seeing him in this. We got Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, of course, starring Oscar Isaac, Jacob Dory, uh, Charles Dance, Christoph Waltz, Mia Goth. I'm definitely excited for this one. Heard that it might actually get a full on DX release, but we'll see. It does sound intriguing though. Hopefully, it could be good. And of course, after seeing what Del Toro did with Pinocchio, I have some hopes for this one. All right, Adam Sandler has a couple of Netflix stuff, like besides his producing one, Kind of Pregnant. Obviously, we have Happy Gilmore 2, which is probably my anticipated film on this list. I cannot. That trailer that got released looks really good. Of course, you got Shooter McGavin coming in, Adam Sandler returning, uh, Travis Kelsey, Eminem's supposed to be in this. I'm really pumped for this one. We got another Adam Sandler movie coming called Jay Kelly, which is most likely going to be more of his serious tones, because it's directed by Noah Baumbach, who directed Adam Sandler in that nice little movie with Ben Stiller in it called The Marwis Stories. Really good little film there. You also have George Clooney, Laura Dern, Riley Keough, Billy Crudup, Greta Gerwig. Some really interesting cast members in this. It's supposed to be a coming of age story with adults, so hey, I like Noah Baumbach. Only thing Noah Baumbach did that I was not a fan of was that long movie he did with Adam Driver and Greta Gerwig called White Noise. I tried watching White Noise. Not really his best effort. Hopefully this is better because I love Noah Baumbach. Whether he of course was the co-writer of Barbie, which was obviously a billion-dollar hit, but he also directed movies like The Squid and the Whale, Mistress America, The Marwis Story. I've always liked Noah Baumbach's work, so hopefully this could be a good one. All right. Now Tyler Perry has a couple of stuff coming to Netflix. Like probably my anticipated one is Medea's Destination Wedding. I'm usually not a fan of Tyler Perry's like non-Medea stuff. Like he's done non-Medea stuff I've enjoyed. Like most recent triple the 688 was pretty decent. What else? Oh, Daddy's Little Girl was okay. For Color Girls was pretty good. But I still always love his Medea movies. I'm sorry, something about his Medea movies, like his Medea character, is always fun. So I'm definitely excited to see more Medea. This time around, his granddaughter, who by the way is the same granddaughter from the Boo Halloween movies, So she's actually getting married here, and obviously they're going to her wedding here. And I'm definitely excited to see this nonetheless. Hopefully, it's a good one. I did like Homecoming, by the way, the Medea Homecoming one that Netflix did. So remember, he said he retired the character. Yeah, he ain't no way he's retiring this character at all. All right, he also has something out on Netflix called RMB, which stars Sierra, who was in Empire, Babyface, Jermaine Dupri, Felissa Rashad. It's a modern day retelling of one of the iconic love stories in the Bible. A young woman escapes the Atlanta music scene to care for an elderly widowed woman. That could be interesting. I love Felicia Rashad, who you might know from the Cosby Show fame. Sayara is really good, so could be an interesting one. Hopefully, it's better than Mia Culpa, but what's it? We also got another Tyler Perry film called Straw, which stars Taraji Henson, Sherry Shepard, Tiana Taylor, Glenn Durman, Sinbad. That's actually one of the reasons why I'm interested in this, because sadly, if you guys don't know, Sinbad did have a stroke a couple years ago, and I've always loved Sinbad. So seeing him sort of back to the movie space, pretty cool. I've been a fan of Sinbad ever since I saw him in Jingle All the Way. Who remembers him as the mailman for Jingle All the Way? Come on. Uh, I got a bigger brain. I I loved him in that. He's done other cool stuff too. But anyway, uh, it's about a single mother who faces a series of fortunate events that leads her down an unexpected path, struggling against circumstances beyond her control. And I love Taraji P. Henson, so I don't know. It could be interesting to check out. Hopefully, these are better than Mia Culpa, but I'm not sure if Tyler Perry is actually the director of both of those movies. Not sure if he's just a director or just a producer. But sometimes you could never tell with Tyler Perry. But anyway, there's a movie called Night Always Comes, which is about a woman who, in the Pacific Northwest, tries to raise money. It stars, it's directed by Benjamin Caron, who directed Andor on Disney Plus. You also got Vanessa Kirby, Jennifer Jason Leigh, uh, Julia Fox, Eli Roth, Randall Park. Obviously, Vanessa Kirby also has Fantastic Four coming out too, so cool year for her. Could be interesting to see. All right, there's also a couple of romantic stuff coming to Netflix, which could be a hit and miss, but we'll see. There's People We Meet on Vacation, which is based on a book by Emily Henry, I think her name is. It stars Emily Bader, Tom Blythe. Where like, of course, Tom Blythe was just in that Hunger Games prequel, which was not so good. Although he was actually good in it. It follows Alex and Poppy as she wants to explore the world. He prefers to stay home with Book, but somehow they are very best friends. So it's like those can guy and girls be best friends, similar to when Harry met Sally in a way. So can be interesting, I guess. We got something I'm not too excited for is The Wrong Paris, which is from the same director of that terrible Lindsay Lohan film Irish Wish. And it got Miranda Cosgrove, who I love Miranda Cosgrove, whether it's in Drake and Josh, iCarly. Who doesn't love Miranda Cosgrove, right? But her last Netflix movie was Mother of the Bride. Wah wah, that was horrible. Uh, and this is about a woman who joins a dating show thinking it's in Paris, France, for an opportunity, but it's actually Paris, Texas. That's why you always double check these things, but it's probably gonna be terrible. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's gonna fall in love with some guy, like towards the end. It's gonna be predictable. So now, Sophia Carson has two Netflix films out this year. The Lifeless, which is directed by definitely maybe director Adam Brooks, where Alex is a woman who revisits her childhood aspirations and endeavoring to achieve her old goals here. And I mean, Sophia Carson, by the way, was pretty good in Carry On. I wish she actually does more like serious films like those. But anyway, she also has My Oxford Year coming out, where she plays an ambitious American student who travels to Oxford to fulfill her dream, but encounters a charming local who changes both their lives. Could be interesting. I mean, I like Sophia Carson. That one she did, Purple Hearts, was pretty decent. So, and these two could be good. All right, now it's not gonna be Netflix like a year with Netflix without Christmas movies. I don't really think of any other ones, but these are the ones that are that I know for sure is coming. Merry Xmas, which stars Alicia Silverstone, Oliver Hudson. It's directed by Seth Carr, who gave us Paul Blart. I think he did Doctor Dolittle too. He also did Daddy Daycare and other stuff. It's about a recently separated couple who attempts to have one last Christmas with their kids before the wife sells their family home to move and starts fresh. It could easily be terrible, but we'll see. Now they did pretty good with their Christmas films this year, so we'll see. Oh, there's also Champagne Problems, which stars Mika Kelly, who you might know from Friday Night Lights fame. It's where mergers and executives travel to friends to broker champagne uh, brand sales to find herself falling for the founder's son amidst a whirlwind romance. And we could probably take a guess what happens towards the end. She falls in love with him and whatever. That those things are just predictable. Now Keira Knightley just had Black Doves this past year. She has a new Netflix movie coming out called Woman in Cabin 10. You got Guy Pearce's in this. It's where a journalist covering the maiden voyage of a luxury cruise ship is convinced she has witnessed a passenger be thrown overboard. So it's most likely those murder type, mystery type things. So could be interesting. I like Keira Knightley, so it'll be cool. We got War Machine coming out with Alan Richardson. It's where you also got Dennis Quaid, so that's unfortunate. The final recruits of a special ops boot camp who face a deadly force from another world. This is also directed by Patrick Hughes, who last gave us Expendables 4. So can't really say I'm too excited for this one. We got a movie called Masato, which stars Glenn Powell, Anthony Mackie, Laura Dern. It's also from the same director of Saving Mr. Banks, which I enjoyed. It tells the true story of a young upstart lawyer, Brent Winster, played by Powell, who took on the court case against the giant chemical company Masano on behalf of Dwayne Lee Johnson. Glenn Powell's obviously having a great year with Hitman, which is one of my favorite films of the year. Uh, Obviously Anyone But You was good. You know, Twisters, Top Gun Maverick. I'm really happy to see his success, and this sounds interesting. We got a movie called Xeno, which stars Lulu Wilson, who was in that movie, the Becky movies, which hopefully we get a third one. It's about a teenager who befriends with this terrifying alien that crash lands in the desert near her home. Could be interesting. You also got the guy from Power, Omari Hardwick, is in this, so that could be cool. All right. There's also R.I.P., which is the new Joe Carnahan movie with Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Sasha Calais, aka Supergirl's in this. The new Green Lantern, or Hal Jordan himself. Kyle Chandler's in this. So you pretty much got um Batman, Supergirl, and Green Lantern all in one. It's about a group of Miami cops who discovers a stash of millions in cash, leading to distrust as outsiders learn to see a huge Caesar, making them question who to rely on. That does sound pretty fun. I love Ben Affleck. I love Matt Damon. Seeing those two pair up together could be interesting. We also got the Thursday Murder Club, which is directed by Chris Columbus, who gave us the first two Harry Potter movies, the first two Home Alone films. He did the one of the Christmas Chronicle movies, which I enjoyed. This stars Pierce Brosnan, Helen Mirren, and Sir Ben Kingsley, and is based on a book. Where amateur sleuths attempt to solve a murder. One was a spy, one a nurse, and the other is a trade union official. So that could be pretty interesting. I love a good murder mystery, so that could be cool. We also got the untitled Catherine Bigelow film, which of course that's supposed to be a White House thriller. One of my anticipated films of the year because Catherine Bigelow, she became the first female to win a Oscar, by the way, for Best Director. Well deserved there. Of course, this has Idris Elba, Rebecca Ferguson, some interesting cast members. So I'm intrigued to see this one. Hopefully, it could be good. I mean, she hasn't directed a film since not the Hurt Locker, since Detroit from 2017. So yeah, hopefully this is a good one. Now we also got a couple, like we got Lay's First, which just saw a shooting, starring Sacha Baron Cohen, where like this womanizer gets a real wake up call when he finds herself in a parallel world dominated by women. Now you also got Rosamund Pike is in this. Could be an interesting film to check out. We also got the Peaky Blinders movie coming out with Cillian Murphy. That I never really watched Peaky Blinders, but I know that's gonna have us of fans there. But that's pretty much all that's coming out as of now. Like Netflix can always acquire something off the bat. Like their Sundance coming out, they can always acquire something from there. They probably have something other like some international movies I'm not fully aware of. But these are the ones that now more noble to talk about here. But let me let you guys. What are some of your anticipated Netflix films coming out in 2025? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Tim Messiah.